It started with Mase. He didn't do the right thing.
That's the one question I wanted to ask you. I'm a little bit too young to understand. Like I just was able to be like I was able to be like a teen. Like
I watched Mase shit on Cam and everybody around him.
Wow.
A bitch like all the time.
I mean, but in Mase's defense, you got to think about Mase in the 90s. Mase in 1997 was the shit. I ain't gonna lie, that was the first rap album that I ever bought. So I mean, you get millions of dollars, you 20, 21 years old. Maybe he did it purposely, maybe he didn't. But you know, in his defense, millions of dollars falling into your hands in your early 20s, bro, you gonna make some questionable decisions. And you might not be the nicest person in the world because ego is gonna be in control by that time.
You heard? Like I was there the whole time, but I was Cam's man. You heard?
Yeah, Capo.
Cam and Mase were so-called best friends, grew up together, and R.I.P. Huddy. Like I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say is that I wasn't there for every single thing.
What was your problem with Mase? Like how did that all happen? Because that was Cam, man, like you said.
Cam enemies were my enemies. Okay. Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him. You dig? And then I seen how much love Cam had for him and how Cam was jumping out the window for him, which a friend should and shit like that. Like, being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like, he was trying his best to make sure that Mase stayed as safe as possible, but
I agree.
Mase had got that money and lost his motherfucking mind.
I told you, get that bread, bro.
He grew up in a kid that doesn't have what most of us had. He was probably more or less fortunate than most of us.
All right, and look, if you grew up watching hip hop, you grew up following hip hop, you grew up following Cam, Mase, all them, Harlem, all that, right? You know that Jim was always Capo. You would hear Jim on the tracks, hollering Capo status. Jim wasn't even the best rapper out of the Diplomats coming up. Jim was always the hot head, you know, telling Nas he'll smack your kufi off and all that crazy stuff. So Jim wasn't even the rapper dude. So him saying how he would jump out the building for Cam if he needed to, these are facts, true stories.
He didn't have all that shit coming up. So him having the first bit of success out of all of us to really get into a bag, he just went crazy. Like,
how did that shit make you feel when you seen them come together after everything that you did?
I seen crazier shit happen. I know brothers that shot brothers and shit like that. So for friends to get back after a world of whatever they went through, it's not surprising to me and shit like that. But I see they don't talk about the days of being shit on, you heard? They don't talk about the things that separated them and shit like that. So, you know, it's funny. But,
yeah, I mean, but you know, Cam and Mase have had their problems over the years. Like, they went back and forth, diss records, battle record, all that stuff. So they had their problems. That's a known thing. Hey, no cap though, I have heard stories about Mase in the 90s just wilding, like taking niggas' girls, all type of shit. But then again, it goes back to, if you were the hottest person in the 90s rap-wise, his ego, man, like, ego always wins in the end, it seemed like. And then, of course, you know, he switched over and went to the whole preaching thing, came back rapping. Like, creatively, Mase will always be one of my favorite artists just because, you know, one of my first rap albums that I had growing up. But I do see where Jim coming from. Like, if I'm Jim, I'm looking like, bro, I watched this man play you to the side for years. Now y'all on the show kiki and ha-ha with each other. And some people can forgive and forget. I guess Jim is of the type of people that's just like, nah, bro, I just seen you do some crazy shit. I can never put that to the side and see myself being cool. But yeah, man, it's the Kid Ríez. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all be safe, stay carefree, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.